of Stuff magazine. Toby, good evening to you. The iPhone 4 is here. What's the big deal?
Well, it is the gold standard in smartphones in the industry, and considering Apple's only been making a cell phone and a smartphone for the last 4 years, it's quite remarkable how much attention they get, and how much attention the problem with the antenna created. So
this is this death grip thing.
This is the death grip. So when they announced the phone, they were very proud to say that they had built the antenna into the steel band, stainless steel band around the edge of it.
Okay.
And the death grip happens just over there, which is where you kind of hold it.
So I'm holding it and I'm blocking the signal.
Exactly, which is exactly where everybody holds their phone.
Yeah.
People hold their phone like that, and that is the so-called death grip, and it covers both bits of the antenna, which are separated by a little line. And that causes the signal to degrade.
Have they solved that problem?
Apple say they've solved it. They say it actually wasn't a computer. It wasn't a problem with the antenna. It was a problem with the algorithm that measured how many bars of signal you actually get.
All right.
So it was very fancy footwork by Steve Jobs to say that was the problem. In spite of all of that, it is a fantastic phone. It is a really
well, what does it do
great
that my Nokia
device.
doesn't, for example?
Well, I think the thing that Apple did that no one else did is they made the touchscreen popular again. And for the longest time, people used stylus-based touchscreens, and everybody lost their stylus. What Apple did that was different is that they used a stylus that no one would ever lose, which is your finger. And they went to a format and a style of interacting with a device that is much more user-friendly. It's much more suited to the way we are. We've become accustomed to the alphanumeric keypad of normal cell phones, so the 1, 2, 3. We've become accustomed to the QWERTY keypad of BlackBerries. But the best way to interface with a mobile device is using your fingers. You want to zoom into a picture, you zoom in like that. You want to flip between screens, that's how you do it. It's a much more natural interface. And that's the best thing that Apple has brought to the smartphone market, because there's so many other imitators. Android, the operating system given away free by Google, mimics this to a large extent, that multi-touch pinch to zoom. The interface is so much easier, so much more useful when you're dealing with a device like this. It's a remarkable internet device. If you want to search for something, it's easy. If you want to look at YouTube videos, you turn it sideways. All of the things that you would do on a computer are much easier when you've got an 8.8 centimeter screen, much bigger, much larger.
Why is this better than the iPhone 3?
It's the evolution of the technology. So the screen display Apple is very proud of. Steve Jobs calls it a retina display, and he says that it's got more megapixels, more resolution, more pixels, sorry, than the eye can pick up. So the quality of the images that you see are much better. It's got a faster processor. The operating system is better. You know, it's like every incremental iteration of technology and software gets better and better, and this has finally gotten to a really good point where it's both a good phone and a great internet device. For the longest time, I said it was a mediocre phone. It was a mediocre phone, but it was an incredible internet device. Google says iPhone users search 50 times more than any other cell phone. So the ease of using it is what attracts people, and it's got that halo effect that all things Apple get. You know, it's so sought after, it's so lusted after, because it's beautifully designed, it's easy to use, you don't need a manual. I think Steve Jobs realized something in the 70s that Bill Gates and all the other computer manufacturers never did, which is that computers need to be an appliance. They need to be like a kettle. You've got to just turn them on and they work. And that's probably the best thing that Apple's done. They've made something as sophisticated and complex as a smartphone, even though the first versions were very rudimentary in terms of what the other phones could do. What they did was make a phone that is really stable. I mean, I never turn this off, or my old version.
How much is one of those going to cost me?
They haven't announced the pricing yet.
Clever, aren't they, these Apple people?
Yeah, at sometime around midnight tonight, we'll know what the prices are.
All right. Well, you've already got yours. Enjoy using it, and thanks for explaining that all to me.
Indeed. Thanks,
Toby.